The PlayStation 1, considered to be the last of the classic consoles. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that statement, but you can't deny it was a great console for its time, and I think it revolutionised the way game consoles were going. Now, a lot of my friends got the Sega Saturn. I didn't. I opted for the Sony on the basis that I had the 32X, and I felt really let down by Sega discontinuing making the product and the games. So, you know what? I thought I'd give Sony a try, and you know what? Thank goodness for them. Unfortunately, though, for Sega, once Sony had entered the gaming market, I think it was curtains for Sega, and the Dreamcast just went on to show that Sega could never rekindle the amount of support, interest, and fan base that it had in the past. But I'm here to talk about the Sony PlayStation 1, so let's start looking at some games, shall we? Now, if I recall, the two must-have games at the time were Wipeout and Tekken 1, obviously, because it was the forerunner to a long line of Tekken games to come. Looking at the game now, I've got to say, it hasn't aged well. But neither has Virtua Fighter 1. And to be honest with you, it still looks better than Virtua Fighter 1 because of something very significant that most consoles use nowadays: texture mapping. And it made the game have a polished, finished look that Virtua Fighter, I'm afraid, didn't have. And this game plays completely different. It's a style of its own. And when I played it, obviously, I was impressed by the graphics, but the gameplay, it needed a bit of work from what I could tell, but the next game to come out was excellent. It was definitely something in the making and the birth of a great line of beat-em-up games. Get up, come on! Down! Another thing really interesting about the Sony PlayStation was a new style of control pad. Not like anything we'd seen before. This is the original one. Then they opted for giving us two analog sticks. Damn, that was getting confusing. And the later one had a vibration on it. Good God. And don't forget the memory card. Your Sony PlayStation 1 is not complete without one of them. And just so you know what's on it, you can write it down. Yeah. And the discs, for some reason, I'll never understand this. Maybe somebody can enlighten me. They were black. I haven't seen a console before or since, or any audio CDs that are black. But hey-ho. Okay, this is a great game. This originally was released on 3DO. This is possibly one of the first next-generation car games. I loved Need for Speed. It's probably one of the harder variants of the racing line, but you know what? This is a classic game. You have so many options in it. You could race in the evening, morning, varying amount of tracks. You really didn't have to do a lot to start with, but this game tried to take you a step further. They weren't going so much for an arcade experience, they're going for a driving experience, and you had a nice selection of cars and an interior view, which I always loved. Now come on, let's get it on, Mr. Yellow Ferrari. Alright, never mind. Alright, look, let's be honest now, it doesn't look great, comparatively speaking, to new games, new car games, all the new Need for Speeds, Forza, Grid, but what you've got to bear in mind is it's a game of its time. Look, that's excellent. They've even managed to give you a sort of like illumination on the dashboard. I loved this game. I thought it was brilliant. I played it to death. You couldn't get me off this game. You had variable views. It was the business at the time. Don't look at it now from your rose-tinted glasses of new consoles and their flash-looking car games. Bear in mind what we were playing before we were playing this, and you'll understand why everybody was enthralled by it. Well, I say everybody, I just mean me actually. I love this game. It's absolutely superb. And you know what? There was a sequel to this on the PlayStation 1. Yep, Need for Speed 2, a sequel. Now, stop me if I'm wrong, I don't know any other console that had a sequel, Need for Speed 2. No, I don't think it was. I think the PlayStation 1 was the only console that had it. I don't even think the Sega Saturn had it. Now, this game was the one I was looking forward to. Now, you got a lot more options, a lot more tracks, and a hell of a lot more cars to choose from. Even a Jaguar. And I like Jags, so you know what? I'm going to pick the Jag. Now, you'd expect the graphics to be superior on this game, wouldn't you, to the previous? I'm afraid not, actually. The game runs at an astoundingly fast pace. Wipeout, eat your heart out. This game moves big time. Unfortunately, though, to produce such speed, graphics have to be compromised. Now, we're not comparing it to consoles of nowadays. You can have both. But going back down to then, you have one of two options. Graphics or speed. So we had to compromise, and they went for speed. It's a great game. The cars handle alright. You've got the interior dashboards, all them, and there's a hell of a lot of cheats for this game, I'm telling you. It was brilliant. You can race around as a toilet or a dinosaur or a school bus. It was brilliant. If you haven't ever played it, look out for it. I'll tell you what, it's a great fun game. Right, I swear I'm not making this up. VIP, you know, the Pamela Anderson series. I've got to say, I liked the show. It was great. It was kind of tongue-in-cheek, and you had to take it for what it was, but I enjoyed it. Wow, they made a game out of it? Good lord, they made a game out of VIP. The show itself I couldn't take seriously, and they made a game and they expect us to buy it. Well, guess what? I brought it! Well, it's got Pamela Anderson in it for a start, so let's see how her CGI counterpart reacts to it, shall we?
What is this? 20 questions?
Don't worry,
The dialogue is atrocious, goddamn!
We better wait for Tasha, Quick, and
Could they be any more wooden, these CGI people? Actually, they can't be. They're CGI, they're not wooden at all. That's Pam? Run! Run, Pam! Actually, oh, crap. Right, let's get into the game. This is the game now, obviously, right and square. God, look at Pam Anderson go! Damn! What's happening? Damn! Look, I've pressed the button. Good God! Stop it! Stop hitting me! You don't hit women, man. Who does he think he is, out of Men in Black? What a moron! Yeah, have that. Come on, damn! Eh? Any seen anybody dying because they're kicked in the legs? Oh, good riddance to them. Now let's use your friend to some sort of use. The shooting gallery aspects of this game. Obviously, Pam hasn't just seen no reason in using a firearm, so she leaves it to her mate. Fair enough. She's got a handbag. You know, you can't carry both around, a gun and a handbag. Good God! The shooting scenes in this game are quite fun, but the only problem I've really got is the cursor is so slow. It moves around at a snail's pace. So they're shooting. You're going for the other guy there. And there's no way in hell you can make it to them. But this is fun. Yeah! You deserve that, you shit! But other than that, I've got to say, it's playable, but it's not a great game. I want to see a bit more of Pam, though. Pam only seems to attack so far with her handbag and her feet, which is fine. I mean, I've got nothing against Pamela Anderson at all. You have to keep pressing the X button to blow the door. Yeah! Stupid asshole, you deserve that. Yeah, come on, Pam, let's go. Let's see what we've got for scores. Alright, I'm guessing I'm getting an A here. An A plus, I'm guessing. Yeah, an A plus, yeah. A C? You bitch!